You heard Jim Sciutto's report from Geneva. He said there's actually been these secret U.S.-Iranian negotiations underway, including in Oman, going back for months. When did those talks begin?
Wolf, we've long said that we would welcome having bilateral contacts with Iran, and throughout the years there have been various contacts and conversations. But we also said very clearly that if any of those contacts got to the point where contacts turned into discussions and discussions turned into negotiations, then we would make sure that all of our partners knew exactly what was going on, including the P5, including partners like Israel, and that's what happened just a few weeks ago.
But for months, you had secret negotiations underway, high-level State Department officials traveling to Oman to meet with high-level Iranian officials, right?
What we had, Wolf, were contacts to see if there was a basis for having a discussion, for having a negotiation. And when we got to the point that, in fact, the Iranians made it clear they were prepared to have a real discussion and a real negotiation, at that point, all of this got channeled through the P5+1 process, that is, with our partners from Europe, Russia, China, and also making sure that our other partners like Israel knew what was going on.
They released, the White House did, two photos of the president Saturday night as he was reviewing, I guess, information coming in from Geneva. There he is with you. He's getting the information. Susan Rice was, we didn't know where she was then. We know she went to Afghanistan. I think that's Ben Rhodes, your deputy in the background over there. How involved was the president in the final deal that was put together?
Intensely involved. Multiple times throughout those days, the president was asked to make sure he was comfortable with the deal that was being put on the table. We were seeking his guidance. We were seeking his okay. And so he was engaged throughout this process multiple times during those days. And indeed, he's been engaged throughout as we have established this policy. He's been directing it. He's the one who brought together all of these countries to support our sanctions, working relentlessly over the years in all of his engagements with foreign countries to get them to sign up to the sanctions. And he's been the one who has overseen our efforts to design a negotiating strategy and then to implement it.
We know that at least three Americans are being held in Iran right now. The retired FBI agent Robert Levinson, Amir Hekmati, a former U.S. Marine, and a Christian pastor, Saeed Abedini. The pastor's wife was just on CNN's The Lead, and she made an appeal for the release of her husband and the other Americans. Listen to this.
Expect them to speak out and say, we asked for his release, and this is horrible what has happened. He's not going to survive even few months in that prison. And this is Iran's continuous violation of human rights, and here's an American citizen who's being held there because he's a Christian, and he needs to be released immediately.
So a lot of folks are asking, Tony, in exchange for the $6 or $7 billion they're about to get in relief on these sanctions, why weren't they included? Why are they still being held captive inside Iran?
Well, first of all, I watched your report and I heard her, and it is very powerful. And the president has raised this. In fact, in his conversation with President Rouhani, when Rouhani was in New York for the UN General Assembly and they spoke on the phone, the only issue other than the nuclear file that the president raised was the three Americans who are in Iran. And he asked for Rouhani's assistance in freeing them and allowing them to return to the United States. And Rouhani said that he would look into it. With regard to these negotiations, the only subject on the agenda is the nuclear file. There are unfortunately many things that Iran does around the world that we don't like, including its support for terrorism, including its destabilizing activities in the Middle East. None of this was on the agenda for the nuclear negotiations. The only thing on the agenda was the nuclear file to see if we can get to a point where the world is satisfied that Iran has a nuclear program that is only for peaceful purposes, that it can't produce a bomb. That's what we're focused on. But as I said, the only thing the president raised with President Rouhani when he spoke to him, other than the nuclear issue, was the fate of these three Americans and asking that they be returned to the United States.
Well, in the case of Saeed Abedini, they apparently intensified his incarceration. They threw him into a more hostile prison environment. That looks like a real slap at the U.S., directly at the president after he raised it with Rouhani.
We've been repeatedly clear that we're calling on Iran to release them. The president's raised it. We will continue to raise it, and we hope to see them return home.
We certainly do.